Welcome to Profit Motors Consulting, formerly Profit Motors Advertising. So, we guarantee, to start with, that Profit Motors Consulting will save you immediately. It'll save you 10 to 15% immediately and make your dealership more profit immediately. So to go and do a little history, if you don't know about Profit Motors, in 2017, we began with creating software applications such as Bought a Car to enhance social media advertising. And in fact, that proprietary technology was so great, it got purchased in 2017, or was sold in 2017. So then we went on, and in 2018, we got certified, V2 certified by Equifax and the other credit bureaus. We became a true client, or a true advertising company, Profit Motors, that could get our dealers access to credit data, including current FICO scores, auto payments, interest rates, and everything. We did that in 2018. In 2020, we merged with BDC Solutions. We merged with BDC Solutions in 2020 so that we could have access to hundreds of trained BDC agents throughout North America, and we also have them in India and Philippines that understand the retail automotive industry, and we could offer that service to our clients. And then in 2023, Profit Motors Consulting was born because there are so many advertising companies out there. There are so many different vendors that we've been dealing with. And before Profit Motors, many of us had experience with other companies that we bought and sold. And we've been to every NADA show. We know every vendor. We know how everything works with each make and each segment of the country. So we changed Profit Motors in 2023 into Profit Motors Consulting, that now only offers exclusive inside information to our retail dealer clients. These are only new car dealers that we deal with on vendors, data, employee recruiting, and we do this all at a discount for our retained clients, or clients that retain us. So employee recruiting. This is one of the things that came about in 2021, 2022. People were having difficult times during COVID at getting new employees, especially in California, New York, New Jersey, certain markets that were really tough to get people to come in for various reasons, and that included everybody from salespeople on up to management. So we came to realize that our clients, a new car dealership on average, was losing $8,000 to $20,000 per week in gross profit because they didn't have a position filled. That could be a salesperson, like I said, or a manager. And by not having every week that goes by where that person's not there, you're losing money because deals are being rushed, service clients aren't being handled properly, and they're a lot of things are being just not handled correctly or not handled at all. So $8,000 to $20,000 per week in gross profit loss. So we will actively go after local talent and recruit the best candidates for the dealership position. And we look at your market segment, we look at your location, and we don't just put ads everywhere. We actually go after that talent, and we do it in a myriad of different ways. So from salespeople, like I said, to general managers, we will ensure you have the best person possible within 10 business days of you making an order or making the order with us. We can also screen the candidate for drugs or criminal background for an additional fee within that 10 days. So you don't pay us, you don't pay Profit Motors Consulting until that employee is hired. So we're going to send you multiple people that you can interview, but you're not going to waste time and money, and your management's time and money, screening people, interviewing people, and going through people, because you just don't have the manpower and the time to do that. And we've become experts, and we've hired experts to do this as well. So here's something that we offer, and there's plenty of great training programs out there for advanced sales training. The manufacturers offer training, but oftentimes we've been finding that our new car dealer clients want to start with a clean slate. So they want a person perhaps that was a bartender or, had some sort of retail sales experience, but they want that clean slate. They don't want somebody that's gone from dealership to dealership and sort of is jaded in the car market or off the market and has to you have to teach an old dog new tricks, so to speak. So we do what's called green pea training. So not only do we help find the person, but for a pretty reasonable fee, we do a Zoom training with the person to get them up to speed on how a new car dealership operates. So the Zoom meeting only lasts 2 hours a day, and it's for 3 days. Day 1 is about understanding the structure of a retail automotive dealership, who's who and what's what. Then day 2, we talk about how they meet, greet, do discovery questions with the customer, and sort of maintain control. Get the customer to follow them, get the customer to sit down and build that relationship. Day 3, we teach them the importance, and we program with them with the importance of always following the sales desk, always listening to what the sales desk has to say. Now, again, this is for sales training. We don't do it yet for service, but we do it for sales. And on day 3, we also, the last hour, we test the candidate live on the Zoom. We record that, and then we give access to that recording within 24 hours to the management team. So you'll be able to see that person answer those real questions. There's 30 of them, and we will make sure that they at least get 90% of them right before they move on. And you'll be able to see what kind of person you're dealing with as this new GreenP employee. Now, another thing that we do is ringless voicemail and text blast. I'm going to call it a blast, even though everybody calls it a campaign, because that's what we're doing. So we can take anywhere between, say, 1,000 to maybe 10 or 15,000 of your phone numbers, and we can send them a ringless voicemail, which doesn't cost them anything because it's pinging the server and just going right to their voicemail, so they have a voicemail pop up. It can be one of our custom scripts. It can be something that we record for you with one of our professionals in the BDC so that it's more effective, and that will make the phone ring off the hook. So whether it's in service, if you're having a slow week in service, you're having a slow week in sales, we can do this 24/7. So you don't have to wait and go through a bunch of meetings and then, play a game with some advertising company. When you just need to get things rocking and rolling for a very reasonable, like I said, fee, you're going to get the phone ringing, whether it's in service or in sales. And you can dictate what you want said on that text. You can dictate what you want said on that ringless voicemail. So like I said, you can connect with thousands of customers 24/7 within 2 hours. So if you're retaining us, you can just call us up 24/7 and we will handle that right away. Or you can fill out a form online and we'll handle it right away and get that phone ringing so you don't have to go through an entire slow weekend or week. Leads, quality customers, database. Data is everything. Data is everything. So our data is current, it's accurate. Our data includes PCOA and NCOA. PCOA is predictive change of address. That's done on utility bills because people always have to change their water, electric, gas. They have to change their utility bills. They don't always go and fill out a change of address, which is national change of address, which is what 99% of the mail houses and marketing companies do only in the United States for our dealers. So we do a PCOA and an NCOA with name and address. Our data consists of a phone number, and it's usually a cell number. So usually you're getting the cell phone number of that person so they can also be text. Our data contains a current email address. So our data will have a phone number or an email address, usually both. Our data does not come from Polk and is not old used data. It's not some online data source that's just been sold to everybody and stepped on a million times so that the customer no longer even picks up the phone or looks at the mail coming in. So our data is great data. Another thing we offer our customers, because a lot of times, again, they don't want to have to go through a huge campaign and a bunch of meetings with an advertising company. They just want to get an email out, and they want to do it themselves. They want to do it through their CRM system. They have a guy in-house that wants to do it, but they need graphic design done, and they need it done quickly. So we have what's called a rush. It's a rush job, 48-hour graphic design, and it's a custom job. We have templates that we work off of, but we make it custom for your dealership, and it's really great. We have legal disclosures, a vast library of high-definition automotive-related artwork from the different manufacturers. Our designers all have degrees in graphic design, so they're professional. They know what they're doing. We are available, like I said, 24/7 to have a design for you with up to 7 revisions within 2 days. So you're not going to wait 4 weeks because you're having a bad week or weekend right now. You're going to get it done right now. HTML for an email campaign and print-ready designs also available. Now, one of the best investments you can have is what we call a vendor audit, which is an investigation into a vendor that you're deciding to use or you're currently using, where you're not knowing if you're getting all the bang for your buck. And we want to make sure you're getting bang for your buck. So what we do is we have decades of experience working and pretty much know every vendor working within the retail automotive space, as we've been doing this now for a long time. And most of our executives have 10, 20, 30 years of experience going to NADA shows and understanding who's who and what's what. And then we actually go out and we check all the sources. We check with the dealers. We check references. We look at everything. We look at your particular market segment to make sure that what they're doing works in your state with your particular make. And we can prevent you from wasting money and time on initiatives, because it could take a month just to get an initiative going. So you're no longer going to waste money and time working on something that's going to be a flop. We will do everything, check references, give you options. We'll create a comparison matrix for you to compare up to 4 different vendors too, that will give you a non-sort of biased, detailed report so that you can make a decision as to what's going to work best for your dealership. It's really going to increase your odds of having success and not making bad investments on these marketing initiatives, or any initiative for that matter, software, technology, whatever it may be. We're going to help prevent anything bad from happening with all of that. So we have tons of experience working with vendors of all types in a retail automotive setting. So we're very transparent. And again, we're a consulting company. So we are somebody you can just contact that can handle something very quickly, can check on vendors, can get you data. We can do all kinds of things without having some huge commitment or hearing some long sales pitch. You just know exactly what you're getting, and you can do it online by filling out an online form, or you can just give us a call and we'll take care of everything for you. So our client services pricing is very simple. It's very straightforward. So we have 2 different types. We have, like I said, our retained customers, and our retained customers get priority and they get the best pricing. Then we have standard pricing for our non-retained customers, because some dealers just want to do one thing, or they don't want to, they don't know if they're going to be using all of these services, so they're not sure what they want to do. So we have standard and retained. Employee recruiting, this is for a service writer or service manager, service writer, I should say, or a salesperson. We charge $920 to recruit that employee, to find that employee. You don't pay us until we get that employee and you hire that employee. For our retained clients, it's $650. Manager recruiting, this is everybody from a sales manager, finance manager, service manager, fixed operations director, whatever you may need as a dealer. That's $1,800. Again, you don't pay until you hire that person. We find you a number of different candidates within 10 days. We actively go after them proactively. We're not just setting out ads. And then for the retained clients, they pay $1,000. So you have $1,000 cost once you hire that person. It's a really great deal, actually. Green Pea training. Green Pea training is $1,000 standard. So that's what it costs. But for our retained customers, clients, we charge $550 to get that Green Pea within a few days up to speed. The text and ringless blasts that we do, and again, we can do these within 48 hours. We can do them very quickly and 24/7 to get your phones ringing, to get customers coming in. Those we charge $1,250 to our standard customers, to just anybody that walks in. Our retained clients, we charge $750 for each one of those. So that's a text blast or a ringless blast. For car leads, our standard price per lead, minimum 4,000 purchased, would be 84 cents each. The leads that we had just talked about. So we can look at, say, 5 miles surrounding a competitor, and we will go after different lead data sources and try and find clients around that competitor that you might want to go after, or around yourself. And we charge 84 cents for each one of those, and you can use those for mailers, email campaigns, or just to have your people call those customers. For our retained customers, we charge 49 cents per lead, minimum 4,000. For 48-hour rush graphic design per page, standard, we charge $1,000 per page. For our retained clients, we charge $575 per page. And again, 24/7, you just call us. We can get it ready for you, whether it's digital, it's an HTML, or whether it's print ready, we have it ready within 48 hours. Now, a vendor audit and report. This is the investigation for vendors. So if you're going to go out and hire a vendor, or you're deciding, hey, I'm going to put 20 grand with this vendor, or 30 grand, or 5 grand, or sign a 2-year contract, let us do an investigation. Let us show you who their competitors are, and let you have an informed, educated decision before you move forward with hiring any vendor. Or if you're concerned about a vendor that you're currently using, we can also do a vendor audit and give you a report on that as well. Standard pricing for that's $1,000, but for our retained customers, a great value at $450 for that vendor audit and report. So that's our pricing. Very straightforward, very transparent. Contact us anytime about anything at profitmotors.com, and thank you for spending some time to learn more about Profit Motors Consulting.